guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a grocery haul from Walmart for a family of 5, as well as a meal plan for the week. So the total for the grocery haul was $287, and that's including snacks, breakfast, lunch, dinners, everything. So the 4 meals that I'm going to be showing you in the video are going to be for a cream cheese pasta bake, tacos, crispy tacos, barbecue salmon, and breakfast for dinner. So if you're interested in seeing what we got, keep watching. Okay, I'll start out with the dairy items. So we have milk. I think they forgot one of our milks. Yeah. My house is a mess. Eggs, some whipped cream for my coffee and coffee creamer, some cream cheese for a recipe that I'll be making, some shredded cheese we're out of, Danimals we're out of. My 1-year-old and my 4-year-old love those. Oh, we got a thief of the cantaloupe here. Come on, buddy. No, baby. Okay, I'll try to make this fast because he's kind of going after all the groceries. So, okay, where was I? So we were out of butter, and we're out of, or actually, this is actually going to be for breakfast for dinner. Some biscuits, and I have some deli meat, deli turkey that we're out of. Always keep that as a staple. We're going to be having salmon for dinner this week, and this is some ground turkey for Taco Tuesday. And then onto our frozen. This will be for Pizza Friday for the kids, and I'll just add pepperoni to it. We have some turkey pepperoni in the fridge if they want any pepperoni. And for breakfast, some pancakes. My oldest son was really digging these because he saw me eating these for my breakfast, which I am out of. This is for like a quick breakfast. Jamie, no. No, baby. Tearing the bread open. No, no. No, no. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so this is for him for sometimes during the week for breakfast. Jamie. And this is for once in a while to have for lunches for the kids. They really like the popcorn chicken. And this is going to be breakfast for dinner and another. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Okay. Well, we got tomatoes, but it looks like those are all over the floor. Jamie, no. Okay, just a sec. Okay, where were we? So, got some orange juice that we were out of. It's a staple for breakfast. I always water it down for my kids because I just want to cut the sugar a little bit. So I do half orange juice, half water. It's probably because I was a hygienist formerly, a pediatric hygienist. So I'm kind of strict as far as like some of the sugar that my kids get, but it's all about balance. So moving on to the dry goods. So this is going to be like a fun cereal that we're taking with us. I normally wouldn't really give them this, but we're going to be going to visit my in-laws this weekend. So we're going to be taking some fun breakfast stuff for them. So I liked it as a kid, so who wouldn't like cookies in a bowl for breakfast, right? So this is also for the trip. Nutri-Grain bars for breakfast for Jamie, my youngest. And this is just to have on hand. My daughter, that's her go-to when she's being picky and doesn't want to eat what I made for dinner. She likes pasta, so I think this is going to be good to have. And we're out of olive oil. And also, this is for a recipe that I'll be making this week. Taco Tuesday. And we're out of sweetener for our coffee. For a recipe, we're out of garlic powder. And my husband and I love these chips. These are our favorite. The chili garlic, Great Value brand from Walmart. They're so good. Very unexpected find. And we're gonna try, they substituted the lime flavored chips for this kind of ranch chip. I guess it's gonna taste like a Dorito, so we'll see how those are. And we're almost out of multi-grain Cheerios for my daughter. That's another one of her go-to dinners when she doesn't want to eat what I made. This is gonna be for my husband for when we go to my in-laws for mixing with, I think he does like whiskey with it just for drinks. And the kids are out of mini muffins. So we just do that once a week, Muffin Monday. Mini Muffin Monday is what we do for breakfast. And this is a little after lunch treat for them. And chocolate checks for cereal in the mornings. This will also be for the Bay House. visiting my in-laws for snacks for the kids. And diapers for the Bay House, pull-ups for nighttime for the Bay House, and lots of bread. So I feel like we go through bread so fast with all the kids home during the summer with lunches and breakfast. So one of the loaves is going to actually be to take to my in-laws. So we're kind of picky on our bread. So this is the only one that everybody likes. So here we have some produce. These are our tomatoes that you saw all over the floor earlier. Luckily, I just mopped. And I always soak my produce in a mixture of water and vinegar in the sink. So hopefully that cleans those off really well. So this is going to be for a recipe. And we've got our fruit for the morning: blackberries, bananas, strawberries, cantaloupe, avocados. Those are feeling pretty ripe, so I'll probably ask for a refund for those from Walmart. They're really good about that. If the produce isn't of quality that you prefer, you can just let them know and they'll refund you. So probably have to pick up more avocados eventually during the week. So sweet potatoes for dinner, and a white onion for a recipe, baby spinach just to have on hand for making muffins. I like to kind of mix that in with muffins, and the kids don't even notice, and that way they're getting some greens at the same time. And I also like to mix it with my eggs sometimes for breakfast. You can do, it's so versatile. Smoothies, you can do anything with it. And I think I also need some for a recipe too, so it's perfect. And a bag of a salad to have for a side for dinner. Shredded lettuce for taco night. And this is gonna be for the salad that my husband and I will eat for Pizza Friday. Some more apples. These are always pretty good. Brand Cosmic Crisp. And they subbed the mini cucumbers for the long English cucumbers. So I guess we're all gonna have to eat cucumbers at the same time. I like the mini ones because you can just kind of eat them as you go, like whenever you want a cucumber, but you don't have to cut a whole cucumber up. So it's perfect for like one serving. Let's see, and over here, I just got some soap for the downstairs bathroom. We have a really nice soap dispenser that I love. It's glass and it's a foaming soap dispenser. And I like to use it because we can refill it and just use like the Mrs. Meyer's hand soap mixed with water to make the foaming soap. But the problem is my daughter has a really tough time pushing it down. It's pretty hard for kids to use. So I thought maybe I'll get something a little easier for her. And I'll just have that out whenever guests come. And this is coffee filters we're out of shaving cream. Needed some more coat hangers for the kids. That's why I love doing groceries from Walmart, because you can buy just random household things that you need too, that you can't get at the grocery store typically. Or at least not through like a grocery delivery through H-E-B. So that's the plus of this. And we're out of trash bags, although I really probably should go to Costco to stock up, but just haven't made it there. And then this is for my husband also to take to my in-laws when he wants to make a drink or something. Okay, for the cream cheese pasta bake, I'm starting off by preheating the oven to 400 degrees. And the recipe calls for 8 ounces of pasta of your choice. So I'll be using the bow tie pasta. So I'm filling up a pot with some water, adding some salt. I also like to add a little bit of olive oil to the water. I feel like it helps the pasta from sticking together whenever it's boiling. Okay, so I have my water on high heat. I'm gonna put a lid on it just to help speed up the process. And while I'm waiting for my pasta water to boil, I'm going to go ahead and chop my onion. For the recipe, it calls for half of a small white onion minced. And I'm spraying my 9x13 dish with some cooking spray. And this recipe also calls for 3 cloves of minced garlic. So I'm going to peel and mince my garlic. My water is officially boiling now, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the pasta and just cook it according to the package directions. While I'm waiting for my pasta to finish cooking, I'm adding 2 pints of cherry tomatoes to my dish, as well as the diced onions and the minced garlic. And I'm adding a jar full of sun-dried tomatoes. The recipe calls for 1/4 cup, but I love sun-dried tomatoes, so I'm adding the whole jar. And 1/4 cup of olive oil and 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm just eyeballing that. And some salt and pepper to taste. And I'm just going to stir it around just to mix it up really well so everything's evenly distributed throughout the whole dish. And now I'm going to make room in the center for an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. And I'll place that cream cheese right there in the center. And we're going to bake this for 35 minutes uncovered at 400 degrees. And while that's baking, I'm going to go ahead and finish up with my pasta. I'm draining it. And I'm clipping some fresh basil from my garden just to garnish on top of the pasta bake for whenever it's all finished. It's like the only thing that survived in my garden this summer. We had such a hot summer in San Antonio this year. And just rinsing off my basil here. I'm just going to stack the basil leaves on top of each other and then kind of roll them up. And it makes it so much easier just to kind of chop them, to slice them. And this is what it looks like after 35 minutes in the oven. And here I have my little helper who always wants to be in the kitchen with me cooking. Now I'm going to smash the tomatoes down one by one. I'm doing this with my son in my other hand, so that's what it looks like. I'm a toddler trying to smash tomatoes in a casserole dish. And still with my toddler in my right hand, which I'm right-handed, that's why I'm stirring like this. I'm gonna go ahead and mix everything together. And the recipe also calls for 2 cups of gently torn spinach, so I'm adding that in here. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm not really measuring the spinach out, just to kind of be close enough, see what looks right. It's all personal preference as well. And I'm gonna mix that together till it's well combined. And after that's all combined, I'm gonna add my cooked pasta. And so I'm not adding all of it because the package that I cooked was 12 ounces. So I'm saving that for the plain pasta for my daughter, who's very picky and likes no toppings on her pasta. So I'm just gonna stir that all together till it's all mixed in. And here's Monday night's dinner. And here's Tuesday's meal, Taco Tuesday. So I'm just getting the pan all ready for the ground meat. So I put some olive oil in the pan and I have it over medium-high heat. And I'm using 85% lean ground turkey. Try to be a little bit healthier. And I avoid touching the turkey with my hand at all costs. So you can see that I'm trying to get that little piece of paper off of there without touching it. And I was pretty successful. I'm just gonna season the meat while it's cooking. I feel like it makes the tacos taste a lot better. So I'm just gonna use salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I'm trying to fill it with the stars. I don't feel like I am every time I ask my... And I'm using this utensil that I got like a million years ago from Pampered Chef to break up the ground turkey. And now that my turkey is nice and brown, I'm gonna add some taco seasoning. I went with the Taco Bell taco seasoning. And what I usually do is I just fill up the seasoning packet with water. And I'll mix that together and kind of let that simmer for just a few minutes until most of the water has evaporated. So I'm not really following any kind of recipe. This is just how I make my tacos. While I'm waiting on my meat to finish, I'm preheating the oven to 350. And I'm using the Bold Ranch flavored taco shells. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in my baking dish. And I'll add in some taco meat to each of the taco shells. And I'll top each taco with some shredded cheese. And I'll put those in the oven for about 5 minutes, just until the cheese melts. I'm adding some shredded lettuce to each of the tacos. I just feel like doing it in the pan like this makes it a little bit less messy on your plate. And I'm going to be adding this Baja Taco Bell sauce just to my tacos and my husband's tacos because it's a little bit too spicy for the kids. And I'll be putting some sour cream on the kids' tacos. It's a little bit more of a mild flavor for them. And here's Taco Tuesday with a side of air-fried mushrooms and avocado. Okay, and this is for Wednesday's meal. I'm starting off by making my side because it takes the longest to make. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some sweet potato cubes in the air fryer. So I'm gonna dice up my sweet potatoes here. olive oil, salt, pepper, as well as cinnamon, just to add a little bit of sweetness. It kind of brings out the sweetness of the sweet potatoes. And when you're done with that, you'll want to give those a good stir. So I'm actually going to get the pan ready for my salmon first. I'm spraying a sheet pan with foil and putting my salmon on there because my salmon's going to take longer to cook than my sweet potatoes. So I patted the salmon dry, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put some salt and pepper on it. And I've already preheated the oven to 425 is what I usually like to cook my salmon at. I'll be using Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It's my favorite barbecue sauce, and I've tried so many. And I'm going to go ahead and drizzle that over the salmon. So again, this is not really a recipe. This is just, I tried this one time making salmon, and I love the way it came out, and so did everybody else. Everybody just devoured the salmon. So it's kind of like our kick right now when we make salmon. And I usually check my salmon after about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the thickness of the salmon. And here's my little helper again, always in on the action. But he's so cute. I love him hanging out in the kitchen with me. So I'm preheating my Ninja air fryer. And I'm doing 390 for 15 minutes. And once that's preheated, you want to go ahead and spray that with some cooking spray and add your sweet potatoes that are already prepared. And you'll want to stir those about halfway through. This is the halfway point. And this is what they look like after they're all finished. And this is the salmon after, I think it was about 30 minutes because it was a very big piece of salmon. So I'm just going to add a little bit more barbecue sauce to it. And I'll broil it. I broiled it for about 3 minutes, but I didn't want to put it too close, so that way it wouldn't burn. So this is after about 3 minutes in the broiler, and this is our dinner. And now we are on Thursday breakfast for dinner, so I'm spraying my air fryer and preheating it to 330, and this is going to be for the biscuits, and I'm setting the time to 6 minutes. So I'm using the Grand's biscuits, and I'll put those in the air fryer. And this is after 6 minutes in the air fryer. They came out perfect. So I'm also going to cook my sausage links in the air fryer. And I'll be cooking those at 375 for 7 minutes. They're frozen sausage links and they're fully cooked, so it doesn't take very much time at all for these. While I'm waiting for those sausage links to finish cooking or heating up in the air fryer, I'll go ahead and make my eggs for dinner. We're just going to have sunny side up eggs. So put butter in the pan, and I usually cook them over medium heat, and that way they don't get too tough. Here's the sausage, and just adding a little salt to my eggs. And there we have easy breakfast for dinner where everybody's pretty much happy with this. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.